Alright, so I've got a switch. The USB port is absolutely buggered. I'll show you on the microscope. There's things in the way. It's not working very well. Hang on. If I can figure out how to... There we go. Wait. Okay. See that? That's not right. They shouldn't be touching. And these ones, they're, well, I don't know, look bent as well. So we're going to replace the lot. I did start making a video the other day about it. It's going to take me a bit to get used to these cameras. And I had this toolkit I bought off AliExpress, absolutely useless. It was stripping the screws, the heads wouldn't fit in, so went to Bunnings, 15 bucks. Check this out. Oh, goodness. So, in theory, it's just a theory at the moment, I've got a good kit that will actually work. So, I have started taking some of the screws out. And like I said, it's going to take me a while to get the cameras right. I'm new to this whole thing. Probably get a bit. Look at that. Nice. Alright, so first, under all these screws, see the other one I had would not do that. It would just case screws. No. The other one I had would just, hang on. There we go. Would just not go into these, or it would strip the screws. It was really, really bad. Now I've got this. Undo all these. Now I do know from watching other people's videos that you need to be careful with these rails, because there's a thin ass ribbon cable that once you undo it can come off and snap or tear. So you have to be extra careful of that, I reckon. So as I sort of do more videos, what I'll do is I'll have the camera angles recording independently. At the moment I'm using the OSB, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, but I've managed to set it up so you've got this view you got now. Dave Cam microscope. Well, it's out of focus, but microscope. And yeah, Dave Cam. So back to the main screen. I think I need to figure out how to get them all independent, so when I go to editing I can edit bits in here and there, because at the moment I have to physically switch between screens. So feel free to comment and tell me you're doing it wrong, Dave, because I probably am doing it wrong. There's a fair chance that I am doing it wrong. But I'm okay with that, because I'm new to this. This is something that's always been a hobby of mine, but, well, a hobby in the shadows. I haven't really done much. I assume you just give it a bit of a spudge now. I've undone all the screws. There's no screw in there, is there? Oh. Hey, there's another screw. Another bloody screw hiding in there. Look at that. It doesn't want to come out. There we go. Alright, now in theory, we should just be able to... Oh, I don't need this stupid AliExpress piece of junk. Assume it just comes undone now. Hey, it does. Set that to the side on top of that useless AliExpress toolkit. Just, there we go. Alright, look at that. Now, I don't know what I'm doing, but I've watched some videos and there appears to be all the screws in there. So I'm going to assume that I'm quite possibly the first nitwit to open this. So hopefully I don't completely stuff it up. Which is entirely possible. Let's undo these screws. Got a few more to go. Probably fast forward this part. Because, I mean, do you really want to sit there watching me undo screws with my little hands in the way? Right. Hey. I think that should come off now, the cover. Ooh, you look at that. Thermal paste. Well, anyway, thermal paste. Well, what I'll do is I'll do this and I'll fast forward it. So you just quietly watch, and when it comes to the actual video, it will be much faster, and I won't bore you with this. I'll put some snazzy music to it. I should probably disconnect the battery first. I know I've got some snips. One disconnected battery. Okay, now we continue with, I don't know what to do next. Oh, I have, yeah, well, don't do that because that could tear the cable. That's what you don't want to do. I guess I need to undo this speaker. Guess the speaker doesn't want to come undone. Is there a trick to undoing the speaker? Maybe I need a special tool. What about if I use my snips? This is going to end badly, I can just see it. What about, let's see if I can, I'm just going to zoom in and then focus it and then we'll be back. I've got it zoomed in. So my plan, and it's probably a dumb plan, is to grab these incredibly sharp things and gently pull that without slipping and cutting the cable and therefore screw myself. It worked. I would really recommend doing that. I'm probably lucky I didn't slip. Right, back to screws. What next? The heatsink appears to be the next one that has to come off. So put the heatsink in that one. I think the biggest trick to this is remembering where all the screws go. And I make no guarantees. Nor am I a professional fixer. I have seen that they use a bit of heat. I'm just knocking everything over to get rid of the, or loosen the glue on these. So let's try that. Lift that up. No? Hang on. I have no idea what I'm doing. There we go. Right, so now, if we, no, carefully lift this, we should be able to heat this up and make the glue. Or we'll just tear it in half, either way. I'm sure there's a way to do it. Apparently the way I did it isn't the way, so don't copy me. Ooh. 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 Oh, come on, we're so close to having it. Alright. Well, that worked. It's pretty much all intact on that one. but I sort of stuffed up there. What next? I guess the whatever this thing is. The thingy board that's attached to the doohickey. I have no idea what this board is, but I can see we have to remove it, so let's remove it. Ah, it's a game reader, the game card thing. If we put the screw back in there, in theory, we won't lose it. The reality is often different to my theories, so bear with me. Remove this. Do I have to remove the spinny thing? The fan? I don't know that you do. Let's undo these ribbon cables. Obviously we'll have to remove those. And I know from the videos that this is the videos in the video, you know what I mean? From the likes of Joey Does Tech and Stez, my old mate Stez, who isn't really my mate, but he's got cool videos. Highly suggest you jump over and watch them sometime, if you like watching people do stuff. If you don't, it's probably not a good idea. Sorry, I'm out of frame. Like I said, this is all kind of new to me. What is that, and why doesn't it come undone easy? Oh, there we go. It was just me being a little bit Alright, now we'll undo the Joy-Con connector. Well, we'll attempt to. It doesn't want to come undone. Maybe we need a different pliers, tweezers. What the heck is going on here? Oh, there we go. Okay. I believe that's everything. I think we just need to maybe undo all the screws. So we'll put the motherboard screws somewhere separate so I can forget which ones are which. We're almost there. So close. So close. That's the one. Alright, we're this bloody speaker again. My dodgy way of doing it. I'm sure this is not the best way with incredibly sharp things, so don't do it that way. There's got to be a better way. I think that's all this. Someone put extra screws there just to make it a little bit harder. So the other week I had a beard and then I went to trim it and then it just kept getting worse and worse. So I don't have the same issues with this. Alright. We're not coming up for some reason. Do I need to move that fan maybe? I don't know, let's remove the fan, because why not? Finger cam. I don't know if you can hear that noise in the background, but I installed a fountain out the front. It is so noisy. All night it sounds like there's some drunken giant urinating outside my window. Alright, here we go. I believe we have Wait for it. Wait for it. Success. Put that out the way. Put that out the way. Back to the main screen. Alright, so there's the thing. Now, I've seen what they do is they mix the unleaded solder with some leaded solder. Now, I bought this again. I bought this stupid bloody. Oh, I can't really show you. It's a Horsey soldering iron and heat gun kit. The heat gun's great, but the soldering iron just doesn't seem to get hot enough. So I always end up using my trade flame gas thing. Look at that. And that always gets hot enough. So I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I am not sure. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. Looking for my solder. Solder, if you're in America. Or if you're in German, it's probably something angry sounding. Well, that'd be French. Yeah, anyway. Let me put some of this down. Too much, no doubt. Okay, what we'll do is we will transfer to the microscope cam. Dum dum dum. No. Dum. There we go. We'll get there in the end. Bit of flux. Too much. Don't even need flux there. Oh, let's get it everywhere. Oh, that's way too much flux. Why does it keep coming out? Why is it coming out so much? Alright. Now, apparently we have to heat up that and add some of this to it. Like that, I guess. Next, that one. Now this, my microscope's off the bloody AliExpress as well, so don't expect too much from it, but hang on. How's that? That might be a bit better. There we go. Now you can see what's going on. Let me just heat that up. A bit of solder. Get it nice and in there. Look at that. Now, this one. Might be better doing that from the bottom. Did that mix? I don't think that mixed. Trying to figure out where the... There we go. Right, that definitely mixed that time. Now for this one, spend more time trying to figure out how to spin this around and actually doing the job. Let's put it on there then. I think that might be mixed, and then they just put a bit on the actual teeth. What do you call it? Teeth? Pins, pads. I see them do this, so hopefully, I guess I spin it around and make sure that the solder's mixed nicely, I guess. Can you see that? No, because I've got the wrong spot again. What is that caught on? Oh my god. I don't know what I've got. It's touching something else and it's annoying the crap out of me. Oh, so that, literally the thing it was supposed to be on. Oh, well, I'm learning. I'm not drinking bad, terrible energy drinks. I've made this snazzy thing Let me just change to this. Give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Alright, so I made this thing out of a car dog wishbone that I bought from eBay that didn't fit my car. In theory, I should be able to use it to, if I do it the right way, hold this board, and this vice is a $2 one off of, you guessed it, AliExpress. Now, that should hold it. Now what we should be able to do is heat that up, and in theory it'll drop out. Is this going to work? I don't know. Do I know what I'm doing? No, not the slightest. Is that... Hang on. What we'll do is we'll try to clamp it somewhere safe. That's not going to risk damaging components. No. Where would you... Oh, here we go. There's a spot, but nothing there. So if I do that... Alright. Now in theory, I should be able to lean on that, hold that, and heat it up. Reckon this is going to work? Wait, is this right? No, do it from the top. The bottom, the top, which is the bottom. Yeah. Wait, do I need to put flux on there first? I don't know. Let's just go for it. That looks like it's burnt there, actually. Let's just, before we... Sorry. Before we start, it looks like there's some burnt capacitors. Or something. Microscope. There. What is that? That is exploded. So that is absolutely blown to hell. Wow. Okay, so wow. I'm just gonna, because if that's destroyed, I might not even be able to do the rest of this. So let's just see if we can. Just noticed that. That's really badly damaged. I actually think it might be better with the soldering iron. For soldering. Yeah, that's really quite... So I'm guessing when the pins have touched, they've blown that part. But there's no point in checking the rest until I don't even know what that part is. No, anyway. I think we need to clean this off first. You have to forgive that tip. It's not the greatest tip, but we need some... Where is it? This. So the problem with the gas soldering iron, the exhaust burns you constantly. and I just just melted the plastic on it. That's great. You know what? This is probably showing what not to do. Ever. If you want to be successful in electronics, just burn a hole in my mouse mat almost. Okay, just don't copy me, please. For the love of God. I don't want to be sued. Alright, here we go. Can we clean that up at all? So it looks like one of the actual tracks have blown off. Got to get some cotton buds above me all the time. So. Bit of isopropyl alcohol, because that looks like it's completely blown off that track. That's, doesn't it? Oh, no. Well, it has, but we can fix that from that trace there. Well, I mean, in theory. In theory we could, I don't know. Can we just carefully mess it up completely? There we go, that should be enough to solder to. But we have to buy a new one of these Skizzamanzuts. What are they called? For jangles? I have no idea what that component's called. I'm going to have to do a bit of research on that. But in the meantime, we may as well still, because this port is stuffed, no matter which way you look at it, we've got to pull this port off. So, let's... How did I have it before, people? Do you remember? I don't remember. Well, that's kind of a bugger because it means it's not going to get fixed today. Alright, hang on. Main screen. Here we go. That's not how I had it, was it? I had it like this somehow. Ah, like that. Because there's nothing really there. There we go, okay. Let's try again. So if we just support it a little bit and heat it up. We'll just let gravity do it, I don't know. Look, this ball could be stuffed anyway, so let's just try it like this first. Well, the flux is burning off. I'm just worried that it's going to fall on the carpet and burn a hole in my carpet. Is it supposed to take this long? I'm sure I'll do it from the other side. Should do it from there as well. Ah, that's hot. That's a stupid idea, don't do that. We'll just keep trying this. I see people do it and it just falls out, so. Huh. No, it landed on the carpet. What did I say? I don't want to land on the carpet. I don't want to land on the carpet. You know what it did? Landed on the carpet. Bloody hole on the carpet. Should have known. Should have trusted myself. I should have known. Is that hot? The board's hot. Ouch. Alright, let's have a look if we've completely killed it. Wait, that's the wrong screen. Microscope. We got that actually worked. So, turns out my soldering iron's still on anyway. Let's try and suck up this juice there. Got that one. There's one. There's one. Right, just so you can see it. There's one. No, that one hates me. Do I need more of this stuff? Yeah, I can't help but think I need something to hold the board. Right, let's continue. Do I need more flux on there? Maybe I need more flux. Let's just put more flux on there. I see a lot of the other guys just use flux like it's going in fashion, so, and it's cheap. I've got $15 for that tube. Oh yeah, that's much more. Still not doing it, but it makes a lot more smoke. Right, well, sorry, like I said, it's going to take me a bit to get the camera to right, because I'm very new to this. Let's zoom out. There you go, you should be able to see the holes that we're trying to get the solder sucked out of, that they don't want to come out. Oh, I've just got this thing the other day. Let's try that. I've got a thumb that's waiting on surgery. I can't actually use it properly. So what do we do? Just put that in there, I think. And then, hey, it actually works. Did it work? Yeah, pretty much. A bit more maybe. Is that how you do it? No, it worked. Obviously how you do it. This thumb though. Do I need to add more solder to that to make it a blob, and then maybe try and suck it out? See, it's not going on there for some reason. Yeah, let's try again. One more. Is there a trick to getting these out? I have no idea what I'm Oh, you can't see again, sorry. There you go. It's not really working. I have no idea. Guess we go back to the braid again, maybe? Try and suck it out with the braid. How do you get those holes clear? Oops. Ben with soldering iron, it's full of explosive gas. Now that's stuck. How the hell do I get that stuck? I'm obviously doing something wrong. I'm just not really sure what I'm doing wrong. I feel like this braid's being wasted and I'm not really achieving anything. Is that hot? No. See? It's not sucking it out like I would have thought it. Oh, out of the frame again. I'm so sorry. It's not sucking it out. There's like a little pool of it. Yeah, that sticker thing. I don't know. I guess really it doesn't matter so much. We need to replace that, don't we? So what we need to do is bloody, don't touch the soldering iron. I had the soldering iron sitting there and it's incredibly hot. What we need to do is see if we can put a little piece on that pad. I'll clean it up first. I'll worry about those holes later. Because it's a moot point if we can't get that part. We'll figure out what the part is, I'm sure. Somewhere it'll say. At least I didn't stuff up any of the pins. I could probably want to drop the bit in, they'll probably melt. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if we can get a little dab of solder on that part. Where is it? There. So we're going to get, so we can point to it with the world's tiniest little, we've got a pointing device here. It's a blackhead kit. It's got a little pointy thing. So I need to get a, right there, see if I can get a dab of solder, and that way I can go dunk, 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 and put a new one on. Well, so goes the theory. The reality might be vastly different. Right, where are we? There. Being there. So it's amazing how small these look when they're not under a microscope. Now they look gigantic. See, those ones are fine. It's just that one particular piece that. Oh, is that solder on there? I think it might be. I believe that that is shiny and not really helpful. Let me get yet another cotton bud. I'll go grab a couple out. Let's clean it and have a look. If not, we'll have to try again. Nah. I reckon those ones are good, but it's just that I reckon I'm going to have to try and zoom in. Zoom in, focus. Like I said, it's a AliExpress, and these are cheap. I've got to stop buying cheap crap, eh? Right, now maybe, just maybe, I can scooch a little bit more off that. I don't know what, if that doesn't help at all. That's not helping. No, that's probably the best, but alright. Where are we? Let's have a look, see if we've... Oh yeah, well, there seems to be more showing now. I'll give it a dry. Let's try and get... What's that? Oh, it's a thermal paste. I should have wiped that off. Every time I put it on the thing, that thermal paste is getting on there. So I need to... Yeah. That's some old ass paste. I don't know if the paste that comes on these is conductive, so let's try not to get it everywhere. It probably isn't, but that's just a guess, and I actually have no idea. So, where are we? Let's go back to the microscope and see the bit we're doing there. So a little bit of the old hey-ho there. Some of this. These handy irons I prepared earlier. I forgot to wet my cleaning thing, so let's try again, shall we? Put a bit on the end of the iron and see if we can just it just doesn't want to play ball, does it? I think it's getting on there. Only that one section. Is that focused or is... Yeah, it's just... Oh, there we go. It doesn't seem to be getting on there, does it? Tiniest little amount. Do I need to scrape it back some more? This is where I completely stuff it up. It doesn't seem to be. I have to be careful because I can't... Oh, what's that? It's just a piece of solder. It does actually. Oh no. The other track. You see that? Where is it? There. Push that down. Get rid of that string of solder. Push it down. Okay, I reckon what we need to do is, like I said, I'm no expert on this and I'm probably doing things wrong, but I don't want that to move. So I'm thinking, I don't want to risk cleaning it any more than it already is. So I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll get some of this. And what if I just dub it on? Like that. And then just cover that, I don't know how sensitive this stuff is. And then just spread it slightly to stop the track lifting. Is this going to work? I don't know. Like I said, I've got all the gear and no idea of all this stuff and I'm clueless, but I'm learning. Right, the old UV light. Vampire's worst nightmare. I don't know how long you've got to hold it for. Let's poke it and see. Is that a bit longer maybe? Probably says it on there. If you can read Chinese. Am I allowed to do that these days? I don't know. Anyway, too bad if I'm not. I can't read it. I have no idea. So let's try that. Still, is that? Oh no, it's just marking the surfaces. It's down. Alright. So we've successfully well, I'll use that. Don't want to say successful yet. Let's try and get rid of that blob of solder that's on it. Let's not drop the iron on my face. Right. Now we need to push that over slightly. Weird hairs all over it. What's with the weird hairs? Right. Let's just push that over like that. Okay, we can work with that. I think we're fine. Now let's try this bit again. Well, it's extra shiny. So let's have a look. Give it a bit of a clean. Now put a little bit of hue on there. Bloop, bloop. Bloop. And then try again with the solder. You ready? Here we go. Is it working? It looks like there's solder on there, doesn't it? It's hard to tell with this AliExpress markers. Oop, probably should have done that. Don't smash your soldering iron into things. I reckon that. I don't know. I can't really. It's so small. It's like smaller than a hair. I'm pretty sure there's a small bit of solder on there. Enough. Let's have a. I reckon that'll be enough once we get the piece, which I don't know what the piece is, so I have no idea yet. What we're going to have to do is, for now, call this one quits, and I'm going to have to return to this one at a later video, because I don't know. I mean, we could probably still go along it and check for some shorts, I suppose, because I mean, that piece is missing. If there's a short, we know that there's a serious issue somewhere else as well. But God, my desk is getting messy. It looks so terrible. Don't judge me. Well, judge me, I don't mind. I'm judging all you. I'm kidding. Not really. Okay, what voltage we want. Try to make it so you can see it without that glare. Someone put this handy arm in the way. There we go. Not that you need to see it. It just says all. That's flipperoo, and you don't need to see that, do you? What you need to see is this, but not like that, because it's not right. There. It just doesn't seem to focus very well, this. Maybe it's just the... I don't know. Alright. Let's check for the old shorted capacitors. So far, so good. Coil's not shorted. There's a plus. Now we'll go here. Now I've read and heard and seen if this one's shorted, the board is stuffed. So fingers crossed. Not shorted. Why has everything got hair on it? Yeah, hang on. Where are we? Oh, that one. That one's shorted. See? Not even a capacitor? Am I just touching it wrong? I'll have to have a look. I don't know if that's even a capacitor, but let's flip it. I know we've got to check here now. And I reckon that's a resistor. They look like these things. That's a capacitor. And it's shorted. Interesting. Let's check around here. No. That one's not shorted. No, it's just that. Oh, that one is. See here? That's shorted. That's not shorted. Not shorted. Not sure. So those two are shorted. And that one's shorted. I wonder if I've... Let's have a closer look, make sure I haven't accidentally done a special job and bridge stuff while I was... That looks like that needs a clean, I don't know. I don't think they're short. Short, I think they're just... None of those are shorted with each other. I do have a bunch of spare Pi or PI3 USB chips. Is there supposed to be those ones? Are they supposed to be there? No, because there was no damage there, was there? That one's got them. That goes that way. Where did that one? That one goes to... So I wonder, hang on. Where's the... There it is. Wow, you'd think the fuse would blow, wouldn't you? It's crazy the fuse didn't blow. Alright, so just making sure I haven't bridged anything with what I've done. I don't think I have. No, I haven't bridged anything, so I reckon that... I don't know, I think we're going to have to replace that chip and then go from there. Like, there's probably no point in continuing on unless I can replace that chip. And then we can worry about getting the Pi chip off. PI3. I can't call it the Pi chip. Alright, so that's it. Until we can get that part and I figure out what part it is, I'm going to have to put a stop to this madness because I think we'll just be wasting our time pursuing it any further if I can't fix that chip. So, let's put it away and thanks for watching.